Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I hope everything's okay in your life. In this video, I will touch a recent controversial topic that has caused a chaos. I hope you will share your thoughts after listening to the explanation in the video. My friend Gambling and I conducted some tests about Evasion. In addition, after conducting various tests for over 10 days with different classmasters, I will summarize our findings at the end of the video. We wanted to choose Musa as a target for Evasion build. Although Musa is not as strong like Mystic, Striker in terms of evasion, we thought it felt quite good as an average class after the changes. As a damaging class, we choose Drakania. The reason is that with the Hexablood skills, you can deal very high burst damage with your combo. We can say that she has one of the best combo damage in the game. You will watch a total 16 tests, 4 tests for each of the 4 different evasion sets. You will see the builds and values within the tests. At the end of the video, I will share my conclusions on evasion. Without further ado, let's move on to the tests. Okay, assuming you have watched all the tests and listened carefully my initial explanations, I will proceed to the results. So, Evasion actually died? The answer to this question is both yes and no. The evasion that used to grant you immortality is no longer present. From this perspective, you could say evasion has died. However, wasn't everyone in the game hoping for evasion to be more consistent and the RNG effect to decrease? Immortal evasion builds are no longer effective in the game. Increasing the evasion value in 1v1 or same situations hardly enhance its effectiveness. Finding the optimal value is necessary, and I will touch on this at the end of the explanation. Does seeing any miss imply that evasion is not working? Absolutely not, because this perception stems from the evasion mechanic is in the past. It is completely normal to think it is not working when you don't see mistakes or see it very rarely. However, I can say that evasion works much more consistently compared to before. At least, this is a result we obtained from our tests. So, how does evasion work now? Evasion now operates in the same way as damage reduction logic. The damage you inflict is reduced by a certain percentage based on the formula between accuracy and evasion. However, misses are completely eliminated, and the formula indicates that 10% of the damage will always be reflected. Are accuracy accessories now garbage? Is it logical to make full AP builds, or different builds are viable? After reviewing the tests we conducted, as the number of the accuracy accessories and the accuracy increases, the reflected damage also increases in proportion. Therefore, accuracy accessory is still alive and accuracy is working pretty nice. So how should the ideal builds be? This situation will vary depending on the evasion value of the person you are facing. Unfortunately, there is no clear answer. With accuracy accessory prices being so low, it will be most logical solution to make 6 accuracy accessories and set them aside. Adjustments can be made according to the situations. We have also observed that full AP builds can reflect damage between 10 to 20% when catching your evasion opponents. However, this is only valid when you catch them. If the opponent is standing with evasion build and you do not have enough accuracy, you will deal 0 damage because, in addition to this situation, a super armor damage reduction is being applied. When facing Drakania vs Musa, when I made 3 accuracy and 3 deba build, the damage I dealt while standing was very low, whereas when I switched to 6 accuracy accessories, I can see that I perform much better damage in terms of super armor trade. I can take down the opponent I slowly chip away at as soon as I catch them, even if they have 1.4k evasion in just one combo. So in summary, whenever you catch your opponents will have less damage if you use more accuracy. With that low HP, even if your opponent has high DR, you will be able to kill it. But doing this is in a full AP build or 1 accuracy build is impossible. At least I need to catch them twice or maybe 3 times. So what are my overall thoughts? As a result, the immortal build meta has been completely eliminated. Because the evasion mechanic has changed, not seeing a miss doesn't mean that it is not working. It is working completely different than you used to. Accuracy accessories are still very potent, and depending on the class you play, you should find the ideal build. The ideal build situation also applies to evasion build. Unfortunately, the Mystic, Striker, Musa, Soak and other class masters I spoke with them didn't want to share their ideal builds. I respect this decision. They mentioned that they take very little damage when not received CC in ideal builds. They said that even though they used to be one-shotted while in evasion builds, this situation has now completely disappeared. They also stated that their damage output is quite satisfying. In the past, with 1250 evasion, we would either stand alone and take too much damage, but they said this situation is no longer the case. This common stance indicates that you should choose ideal and optimal values that suits your playstyle. Overall, it doesn't benefit you to have 1.5k evasion. Instead, you should stay in the 1250 and 1350 range. Test and play builds according to your class and your own playstyle. We can say that evasion works more consistently than before. However, troll things like immortal builds are no longer viable. Or Centaur Cecil 269 AP Striker Mystic build isn't both being immortal or can kill anybody in the game. Wanting to be immortal with 1.4k evasion while not being able to kill anyone at the same time, I think that's why people calling evasion is dead. They want to be immortal, also they want to kill anybody whenever they want. Unfortunately, such nonsense builds no longer work. I must also express that I am very happy about this situation. I also expect that there's some classes they feel pretty broken and they should fix them. In this video, we want to try to find how evasion works, is it dead or not. Those are my takes. What do you think about evasion based on this test results and your own tests in Battle Arena or in open world? Please let me know what you think about current state of Evasion, DR and BDO. I hope you guys like my contents. Do not forget, BDO is just a game. Have a nice game.